Hello everyone, welcome back to Morgan's Movie Collection. One of the great comedies of its era is 1950's Born Yesterday, the movie adaptation of the Broadway play, whose onstage star had to fight to reclaim her role for the screen, and was rewarded with a Best Actress Oscar opposite some real heavyweights. Gloria Swanson in Sunset Boulevard, Betty Davis in All About Eve, as well as Anne Baxter in All About Eve as well, did not win the Best Actress for 1950. No, that was Judy Holliday for Born Yesterday. And why? Because she gives such an effortlessly charming, totally unique, really sweetly vulnerable, emotional performance in this movie. Judy Holliday is somebody who I'm constantly saddened didn't get to have the career she deserved, because she passed away in the mid-60s at only 45 years old. She made around 10 movies. She was a starring role in only around 7 or 8 of them. It is such a small career for such a massive talent, and I am so thankful we have her Oscar for this movie to get people to really pay attention to her, to remember her, because she fully deserves that. This is a wonderful, wonderful movie, and she is just phenomenal in it. She is playing what we would refer to as a ditzy character, yet she's on a completely different plane of intelligence. We see that intelligence within the movie. We see it within her performance. And she has to be that opposite somebody like Broderick Crawford as her boyfriend in this movie, who is the very picture of toxic, wealthy masculinity. I like to call Broderick Crawford a gorilla-like presence on screen, and nowhere is this more evident than in Born Yesterday. He is constantly shouting and throwing himself around and at full volume berating everybody that comes anywhere near him, and being constantly frustrated by the often calm persona that Judy Holliday's Billy Dawn is putting on. He hires a far sweeter man, a far more gentle man, and a fully educated man in William Holden to teach Billy etiquette, manners, a level of intelligence that he thinks is important. Yet she feels herself totally drawn into William Holden in this movie. This is where the romantic angle of Born Yesterday really does come in, and just makes Broderick Crawford's character look like a complete fool. It's quite funny, given that Broderick Crawford's character was based on, by the screenwriter Garson Kanin, or at least one of the screenwriters, on the head of Columbia Pictures, Harry Cohn. This was a Columbia movie. Harry Cohn did not want Judy Holliday to reprise her Broadway role for this movie. He's a fool, and he's made to look like a fool mirrored in Broderick Crawford's performance. Of course, Harry Cohn never realised that this was based on him, but that is not the point. Broderick Crawford's wonderful in this movie, doing, I think, exactly what he is best at. And let's not forget as well, he and Judy Holliday fast became friends on the set of this movie. Despite his character, in the words of Billy Dawn, not being very couth. The decision to cast Judy in this movie was made thanks to campaigning from Katharine Hepburn and Spencer Tracy, who had her cast in their movie the previous year, Adam's Rib, perhaps my favourite of the Hepburn and Tracy collaborations. It's a wonderful movie. It is a scene-stealing performance from Judy Holliday there. So we shouldn't ask why Judy Holliday won Best Actress ahead of two such famous performances in Norma Desmond and Margot in All About Eve. We should be celebrating the fact that she did win, because it cements her legacy and ensures she will never, ever be forgotten. And that's the most important thing. You can find Born Yesterday on this wonderful Blu-ray from Arrow. And if you want to hear more about what I think of this movie, we do have a full episode of It's a Wonderful podcast dedicated to Born Yesterday, where Janine and I delve into everything there is to love about this wonderful, wonderful movie. I will leave a link down in the description of this video if you do want to go and check out that episode. It is such a good movie. Please, if you haven't seen it, do yourself a favour. You will have a hilarious time. It is so, so very funny. I will mention, just before we finish, my favourite scene in the whole movie. I'm going to put this down because there is a scene which epitomises the comedy in this movie. There's very little dialogue in it, and it is just Billy playing gin rummy against Broderick Crawford. Judy Holliday so focused, so concentrated on the game. It's a showcase of her other type of intelligence that isn't understood by Broderick Crawford, and she's winning game after game with a continuously frustrated and annoyed Broderick Crawford opposite her. It is absolutely perfect. It is wonderful comedic filmmaking. But what do you expect from a director like George Cukor? Let's be fair here. Anyway, that is going to do it. Until next time, stay couth, everyone. It feels only right to say that. And definitely, if you haven't, check out the full episode of It's a Wonderful Podcast talking Born Yesterday. It is in that link down below. Bye.